greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad I accumulated before the space got saturated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. Make the haters aggravated, get the spaceship activated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad
What's goody? What's goody, everybody? What's goody? Welcome back to the channel where you get XRP and crypto news. Man, woo! We looking good, man. We looking good. Bitcoin at $104,000 per coin. XRP was at $2.50 the last time I looked. So we in the green, man. We in the green. I hope you guys been buying when it took a little dip. Wasn't tripping, but you took a little dip and we start, we still stacking it up. All right, so this is real quick. I want to get into this Jim Richards because I've always been talking about gold and I've always been talking about silver. You can go look back at my channel for 2-3 years ago. I had gold on here and the price was locked in. It was like $1,800 and all that stuff like that. So Jim Richards pretty much is the advocate for gold and silver, and how now he predicts that gold is not going to only hit 10,000 now. It's going to hit 25,000 an ounce. Imagine what must take place in the economy for gold to reach those values. Listen up real quick.
Price moving forward. I know you've put out some pretty big numbers when it comes to the gold price and where you expect it to go. Could you walk us through your thesis there?
Sure. I've for a long time, go back 5 or 6 years, I had I said gold could go to $10,000 an ounce, and recently I revised that upward to, you do the math, you can update it, but kind of $25,000 an ounce.
$23,000 to $25,000 an ounce. Now, I'm not going to get all into that because Jim Richards, if you've known him, like I said, 5-6 years ago, I've been following him, trying to build and stack up my own gold and silver bag as well, not just only crypto and real estate. But, you guys do your own due diligence. So I think it's right now gold is sitting at $3,261 per ounce. Woo! Silver's at $33.16. So if you guys want to, get a piece of gold or silver, whichever one floats your boat. But when I first started talking about gold and silver, gold was sitting at $1,800 an ounce. Now it's at $3,000. So you guys do the math. I'm not saying buy tons and tons of thousands, but the US dollar is not doing the best. So you gotta get in where you fit in. All right, buy what you can. Don't spend your rent money, but spend something. All right, so the SEC chairman Paul, he pretty much says that his priority is to develop and reconcile the regulatory framework for cryptocurrency. Listen up to this. XRP is only regulated cryptocurrency in the US. Let's get it.
A key priority of my chairmanship will be to develop a rational regulatory framework for crypto asset markets that establishes clear rules of the road for issuance, custody, and trading of crypto assets, while continuing to discourage bad actors from violating the law. Clear rules of the road are necessary for investor protection against fraud, not the least to help them identify scams that do not comport with the law.
And I just want to simply say, these bad actors that he's talking about, I have yet to see anybody go to jail. I have yet to see anybody take any kind of repercussions for this scandal of, Bitcoin going so high and they suppressing XRP for so long because, listen, I've been here for a very long time. If you guys, these crooks, man, I don't know. He could talk about it all day. I still have yet to see anybody get penalized for this. All right. Lock in. This is XRP pretty much, right? This was on the news on Fox News. This is about, this say it was, somebody reposted this, but I know for a fact, it had to be a year ago of me just seeing this. So if you don't know where to at least start, Bitcoin, Ethereum, always the top two everybody speak about. XRP, Solana, ADA, these were the top 5, I guess, quote unquote coins that everybody was talking about getting in, lock in. And I guess this is Brad Garlandhouse, 589 on XRP. All right, so moving forward. All right, I'm just so excited right now. I mean, XRP is doing its numbers, what it's supposed to do, and I'm going to Vegas soon, so I'm just excited, man. All right, President Trump officially signs I guess, a strategic economic partnership with Saudi Arabia. The new financial system is ready. Woo! Take a look at this real quick. Yeah, he there with the Saudi. All right, if you don't know, now you know. But Trump has been trying to get us all on a level playing field for a very long time. I will drop the link in the description below on the video that I'm talking about and I have been talking about for years. I'm not going to get all into it. But Saudi Arabia and the petrodollar and the US dollar, listen, this is all about that dollar bills, y'all. Don't think that he out here trying to save, the elderly. This is all about the dollar bill, y'all, and that oil and how money gets traded around the world. So this is a big, excitement for the U.S. for having a new partnership, a strategic partnership, I guess, with Saudi Arabia. Listen up to this next video I got. It says Trump also says he has achieved a total reset with China. The boom is coming. And then everybody hashtagging XRP. Listen up real quick with this.
In addition, yesterday we achieved a total reset with China. After productive talks in Geneva, both sides now agreed to reduce the tariffs imposed after April 2nd to 10% for 90 days as negotiators continue on the largest structural issues. And I want to tell you that a couple of things. First of all, that doesn't include the tariffs that are already on, that are our tariffs. And it doesn't include tariffs on cars, steel, aluminum, things such as that. In addition... Man, listen, what a time to be alive, as my boy Ron Lee would say. What a time to be alive. We just been in this for so long, man. I'm just so thankful. I'm grateful that you guys are listening to the channel right now. If you've been here with me since the beginning, I mean, hey, you gotta just stick with it. Stick with it. And one day it's going to just go crazy. All right. So dark stable coins are likely to emerge in the future. Bitcoin was created by the cyberpunks community to be censorship resistant and belongs to no one, making it impossible to control. And then this is digital asset investor pretty much saying the Bitcoin maximalists are starting to realize the stablecoin competition for Tether is here. They like the Tether / Bitcoin pumping racket. The level playing field is not their friend, which is very true. We all gonna be on a level playing field, baby. Level playing field. All right. Listen up to this right here. It says the Bitcoin is on its way to flipping gold's $20 trillion market cap. Bitcoin pretty much is superior to gold. I just want you guys to listen up to this.
One of the most important things to keep in mind, if you just look at Bitcoin, it doesn't matter, right? Bitcoin doesn't care. It's back in the six figures with a lot of room to go. If you compare its primary functional use case, which is actually a check and a balance on the lack of accountability in fiat unit creation, we still have a long way to go. So gold is a 20 trillion market cap. Bitcoin is still 2 trillion despite functional superiority to gold. It's much harder to steal, much easier to store, much easier to instantly transport, and more importantly, you can actually audit it. So I don't know if you saw, but there's an estimate that said that auditing Fort Knox would take 44,000 hours and approximately 18 months to complete. I think it'd be a lot nicer for the American people if they could just go to a handful of auditable Bitcoin addresses on a blockchain explorer and see exactly where the American people's Bitcoin is.
All right, you guys let me know what you guys think. But me personally, I don't think Bitcoin is superior to gold, because gold and silver is always going to be God's money. I mean, that is what it is. People have been collecting gold for years. It's been here before we've been alive, and it's going to be here after we die. So gold is not going anywhere. I feel like they're trying to get the American people to go against the grain and try, everybody purchase Bitcoin, and just forget about gold as they're still accumulating gold. That's just how I believe that they want us to think. And you guys can tell me in the chat what you believe differently, but Somebody said, or you could just tokenize Bitcoin and gold on the XRP ledger and solve the gold transportability problem and the Bitcoin speed, cost, and scalability problem. But hey, I mean, I'ma still continue to buy my gold and put a little bit of money into that Bitcoin. But hey, I don't think it's superior to gold at all. No. All right, it says XRP only altcoin that smart money is positioning next to Bitcoin. Even Bitcoin maximums will accumulate XRP. And I believe that because of the simple fact that XRP has been getting so much hype, but not even just hype, but so much business around the world. You know, it's just, it would not be smart to just accumulate a little bit of XRP. Even if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, I would. No one knows really how much is in your bag, right? Or what you're buying. I would still buy XRP. Like, listen, money doesn't have a name on it. I'm buying any coin that I can that has utility. Bitcoin is a cheap portfolio. So listen, XRP. Me personally, I'm going to stick to XRP. XRP is the wave. I know what it's supposed to do, what it ain't supposed to do, how it's moving, and what it's done for me. All right, so if you don't know now, you know Vegas, XRP Las Vegas 2025 will be epic. If you have not gotten your ticket to Vegas now, sorry, not sorry, but I'll be there. I don't know. Brad Garlinghouse and other speakers obviously will be there. It's going May 30th to May 31st. It's going to be at the MGM, if I'm not mistaken. Already got my ticket, already got my room, so I mean, I'm excited. If you guys see me, holla at me. But look, I'll see you guys in Vegas. I'm out. Peace.